there's no point of keep going, right? Like, gentlemanly.
And he's a pretty tough, durable guy, 10-1, and you put him away like that. Is that something that you saw as a big possibility coming into this fight, or did you expect that it was going to go to the distance?
No, I mean, every fight at this level has the potential to go the distance, but he's very, like I said, traditional karate-esque kind of jumpy, forward. But me and my coach, we worked on timing that quite a bit, like getting just that perfect time. And that's something I'm very good at too, finding that timing. Especially with my right hand. So I knew that was going to be there at some point. We knew the first round might be a bit tricky, just to kind of figure out the timing. But once I got it, I landed at one in the first, but it wasn't on the money. But that one was.
Speaking of timing, a performance like that couldn't come at any of a better time.
Yeah.
They had just announced the bantamweight Grand Prix, and Bellator has since announced that you're going to be an alternate in that tournament. How good did that feel? Was that something you were aware of coming into this?
No, man. I found that shit out yesterday. Sitting down talking with Stotts, and he told me, I was like, man, we should do a 16-man tournament. Let's go. But yeah, with Horiguchi kind of coming back, it kind of pushed me out of the tournament, because I'm the next guy according to the rankings. So that sucks. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I want in that shit. So yeah, if anybody drops out or injuries or anything like that, I'm the guy.
Yeah, and I guess how do you prepare for a tournament as an alternate? Do you just stay ready all the time, or?
I mean, I'm always training. I'm always in pretty good shape, so I'm never like just not doing anything. So I'll always be ready. I'm gonna be tuning in because this division, it's stacked. I think it's the best division in the sport right now, and I think the best one in Bellator. So yeah, I'll be ready. Cheers, brother.
Josh, congratulations. I mean, that was an incredible performance. I want to build off what he just said about you're an alternate for the Grand Prix. Do you feel like you got slighted a little bit? That you're not in?
Yeah, I do. I mean, like I said, it is a stacked division, so I get it. I mean, I don't know how Gallagher got in before me. That's my gripe right there. But I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Everybody's good. It's a deep division. If it wasn't so deep, I'd be in it for sure.
I think we know how he got in.
Yeah, we need to come to Canada more, and then maybe I'll be in there.
Good point. My last question for you: your opponent missed weight.
Yeah.
I know you're not a trash talk here. I mean, your nickname's the Gentleman. But did it make it a little bit more personal?
Yeah. You know what? We were just talking before my fight, and we said out of my 25 pro fights, I've never had anyone miss weight, which is pretty crazy. And then he came in at 4 pounds heavy, which is huge. But yeah, it was like if it was 1 or 2 pounds, I'd be like, whatever, just give me the 20%. But at 4 pounds, that's almost like that's questionable, borderline taking the fight or not. So yeah, I was a bit pissed, but whatever. That's it gave me that little bit more aggression in there and take it out in the cage.
Hey, Josh, nice way to cap off 2021 with a clean knockout. You get to go home looking great. One question for me is, looking at, we talked about, with the Grand Prix being announced, I honestly thought if you were able to get a knockout, you'd be a shoo-in.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it was already set. Do you have any plans to, since you seem fresh, to come back as soon as possible?
Yeah, I mean, I had no injuries, thankfully. Last fight I had, I broke my arm and I had to take some time off and heal up another injury. But yeah, I'm good, no injury, so I'll stay ready. And like I said, I never take too much time off. I take a week, kind of enjoy myself, and then I get back to it. So I'll be there. I'll be ready.
Last question for me, going into this fight, was counter striking always going to be the key component to help you win the game? I mean, the fight, sorry.
Yeah, oh yeah. I'm always looking for a counter strike. That's something I really love to do. We said that he's also a counter striker, and he's very kick heavy. So I'm going to have to come forward a bit more. There's going to be a lot of kicks to deal with, which there was tonight. But yeah, that's something I'm always looking for. Something I do well, and like I said, I have good timing.
Congratulations on the win. Now, you were talking about a couple of injuries that you were nursing over the past couple months. I think it was your back and a couple more things. So how are you feeling now afterwards?
I feel good. Yeah, I feel great. I had a back injury that's been nagging me for like a year that pulled me out of the first time I was supposed to fight Stotts. So yeah, that's healed up. I feel really good there. And then, yeah, I broke my arm in the last fight. And that was nothing heavy, just took some time. But yeah, I feel good.
And being a gym owner, you're going to be going back to the gym. What are your students going to say to you Monday when you're back on the mats?
It's always good to go back and with a nice win. I've gone back wins and losses before, and yeah, I just feel so much better. So yeah, I mean, I never try to promote that, like the wins and losses type thing in the gym, but yeah, it's always better to go back with a nice big win, especially, finish like that. Thank you.
Congratulations on the win, Josh.
Thanks,
I'm
man.
curious to know, since you do love movies, and we talked about movies at the pre-fight press conference, if you describe your life as a movie, which movie would it be?
Oh shit. Well, if it was starring me and my coach Lyndon, it'd be Dumb and Dumber. That's for sure. Yeah.
All right, a couple from the Zoom here. Jay, go ahead.
Hey Josh, congratulations on the win tonight. We've talked a lot about the bantamweight Grand Prix. I'm just curious. I mean, obviously the title is the goal, but if you could have any name off of that lineup, is there any matchup that really intrigues you the most?
Yeah, and I think it's going to be the same one that every bantamweight is trying to probably get in that tournament. So it would be Gallagher, and nothing against him. He's done a very good job. Building his name, and he's a pretty good fighter. I mean, especially his last fight, he did look much improved. So, but yeah, that would be my first pick for sure, Gallagher.
And who do you see coming out on top in the main event tonight?
Ooh, I've gone back and forth. This is a super close fight. Sergio has been looking very, very impressive, and he looked very good his last fight. But that being said, Horiguchi, it's hard to kind of bet against him, man. The guy's, one of the best out there for sure. So if I had to pick very, very slightly, I'll go with the Horiguchi.
James.
Hey, this is James with ASAP Sports. Just a quick question. It seemed like right out the gate, every time he came in to attack you, he came in with his hands down. Is that something you picked on right up from the beginning? Because it looked like you were kind of sitting on and waiting on that in the second round.
Yeah, we talked about that. We worked on that. He, like I said, he's very kick oriented, very much like Wonder Boy Thompson-esque. You know what I mean? That very like the karate style, and those guys tend to keep their hands down because they're so used to staying at range with their kicks. So that was the big thing, timing. And overhand is something that that's probably my best punch. So I know if I could land it, and once I figured out that timing, that would be the moneymaker.
All right, a couple more here. Kobe.
Hi, Josh. Congrats, fellow Canadian here. So I was rooting for you the whole way.
Thanks, man.
As an alternate, it kind of puts you in limbo. You're kind of waiting for maybe someone to drop out. Instead of waiting, is there somebody else outside of that you'd like to fight?
Kaz Bell, actually, he's in the top 10. And he said he would fight me. I called him out, earlier in the year, and he said he would fight me in February. He's in the top 10. Kaz Bell, I'm down to go February, March-ish. We can set that one up, and then if something happens beforehand, I'll jump in the tournament, but let's do that one.
All right, Josh, that was the last one, man. Thanks for the time.
Thanks, guys.
Recording stopped.